I don't think I was gonna stay single forever, but kids was never in the plan. Both me and the wife, also Katie, was we were like, let's see what happens, but we weren't actively planning children. They sort of just showed up.
They showed up.
They showed up.
And your wife is Katie.
Yes.
And my girlfriend is Katie.
Yes.
So double message to Katie.
Yeah,
There's a double message to Katie here. There's a double message to Katie.
Yeah, they just showed up.
Something about Katie's that brings us in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about? It's the cuteness of their name, because we would not be caught dead with Catherines. And if you're a Catherine and you're listening to this, run to your local state officials and get your fucking name changed, because we would not be caught dead with Catherine tells you what to do. Go to bed now. You need to do this. You need to do that. It's like, who the fuck wants to be with a Catherine? But a Katie is so fun.
Katie's are fun. And I love the Catherines that turn their names to Katie, because Catherines that go Kathy, not good. Not good. No one wants a Kathy. Nobody.
No one wants a Kathy. Kathy is at the office and you see her and I'm like, fucking this. I deal with this today? Yeah. Kathy's always like, do you have the reports? And you're like, hey, Kathy, fucking chill out. It's Friday, dude. I'm about to go to happy hour, Kathy. Relax.
Yeah, always asking for the reports. A lot of pictures of her cats all over the cubicle. You don't want that.
I can't deal with a Kathy and a Catherine. And you know what? This is a good point. I wrote this down here, and it's a news-based podcast, and I bring it back to this. Katie is the best form of the name, okay? Mm-hmm. Catherine and Kathy are both variants in keeping with the times. Right. How does it relate to the times? They're both variants, and they're deadly variants, a Catherine and a Kathy. No one wants that.
What are your thoughts on the person that takes the Catherine and just goes cat?
Oh, cats are a lot of fun. Cats are a lot of fun. But Katie, there's something fun-loving about Katie. Katie's like, hey, let's have some fun. Let's go on a boat trip. You can do a weather report. You know, a Katie is a lot of fun. A cat, a cat will tie you up. A cat will tie you up, tie you to the fucking bed, and you're like, I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. And then cut you a little bit and go, the blood turns me on. It's like, hey, cat. Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's dial it back a little bit. Do I like to have fun? Yeah. I like to have a Katie style fun. But a cat, I mean, we're dealing with some serious issues. Now, Erik, you're Katie.
I think, by the way, I think you've got your next area of porn right there with a cat.
Yes, a cat. A cat. That's a very aggressive type of porn, you know, with a cat. And there's a special warning label on it, I think, you know. So that's a good point. That's a really great point. We're making a lot of headway on this podcast right now. So you didn't necessarily want to have a family, but you did. Erik, your comment on that? Are we losing Erik, or is it my internet that's
you're breaking up on me, Mike.
Oh, no, I saw you okay. I feel like we lost Erik for a second. Something's happening.
Yeah, no, I lost Mike a little bit there.
Well,
I don't know if
it just feels like when we start talking about difficult subjects, we lose Erik. We lose Erik. It's like, oh, the internet's bad. The internet's bad. It's like my password. And it's like all these things that we can't control all of a sudden. And it's like, no, confront your emotions, Erik.
Apologies. Go ahead. Tee up the question again. What did you ask, Mike?
It's like you didn't want to have kids, but boom, there it is. It's like that song. Boom, there it is. You know, I don't think that was Daddy Yankee, and I don't think that was Pitbull. But
no.
But what were you guys just having fun? And then you're like, oh, responsibility forever now.
Well, we started having the conversation about kids, and then she did this little, and I don't mean to throw this on white people, but she said this cute little thing of, I think I'm going to have trouble getting pregnant. I laughed. I said, no, you're not.
Right.
gyrated, boom, first kid shows up. First try. Don't want to toot my own horn, Mike, but
You feel free to do
I
it,
got
dude. Feel free.
high score. High score.
Is Latinx sperm the answer to a lot of our problems? If it can overcome your birth controls, your I don't know if you're going to get, it seems like very, very powerful. And it's kind of like what we need in a vaccination right now. Do you think the answer is in Latin sperm?
Yeah.
It's very powerful, Erik. It's very powerful. Anybody who's on the fence, you're off the fence and you're a full-time mom now, because that's how powerful it is.
PC woke culture, on the fence. Why'd you use that phrase? Why couldn't you?
It's because I'm talking about the larger landscape, Erik, and
I don't like these trigger words being thrown at me, Mike.
It's no disrespect, and we get a special horn every time we use the name of the podcast. There's no disrespect. You've known me for years. And for people sitting down to write letters in Spanish with a little wave over an N and a little accent over an E, me and Erik, Latinx, have been friends for 20 years, okay? So take your letters and stick them up your culo, all right? There, I said it for everybody. I had to make it clear. So I just think that, and I have that same with my sperm. I think that my sperm is, even though I have 0 kids, but I just have the, I have the mindset, and this is a mindset-based podcast, Erik, that my sperm is very, very powerful. But I mean,
are there Vecchionne children in the future, or that's not on the table?
I don't know. I think I'm aging out of fatherhood, Shannon. I'd like to bring you in here as my podcast wife. And I would like to ask you, Shannon, where are you on kids?
Oh boy, it's a whole different thing with you and than with me, because I can really age out of it, which I'm just about there. But you guys don't ever age out of it, and you're with somebody substantially younger than you. So you can 100%. And like, now that you're like a little bit more mature, you have more life experience, you're in the perfect position to be a dad right now.
Well, no, perfect position would be a sexual position. Shannon, we have to punch up this podcast. I know we argue about it in the production meetings, but I think you're right, Shannon. But there's also hope for you, and there's hope for me. And Erik is there living the dream in California, drinking champagne cocktails high up in the mountains, celebrating his family. And me and Shannon are left on the outside. And it's not that we can't have a family, Erik. Erik, you want to say something?
I love Shannon's great, because she didn't call you old, but she used the great words of like mature, aging out, wisdom. Mike, you've got all those things. She's good. She's good.
Shannon is not using coded language. I know what you're trying to do. It's a divide and conquer. This is classic Jets and Sharks. This is classic West Side Story. You're trying to divide and conquer, Erik.
He wants to be the husband.
What's that?
He wants to be the husband in the porno. That's what's happening.
But I don't understand that, Shannon, because, and Erik, I'm not talking behind your back. I'm talking behind your back to your face. I don't understand that, because I'm the guy who gets cheated on, and he's the guy who has sex with the beautiful woman. I don't understand why he has the problem with the scheme of that. Why would he have the problem with that?
Why do you have that problem, Erik?
I don't have a problem. And by the way, if we're going back to the PC woke culture, she's not a woman in the porno. She's trans, Mike.
A trans woman. No, I prefer to be referred to as a woman.
Oh, okay, those are her pronouns.
Well, I apologize. Can I say there's 2 different scenes that we were talking about? One was the scene where it's like me and Shannon, that's husband and wife, and the water chemist. I wanted to call him a pool boy because that's what they do in porn, but because of our culture, I'll call it a water chemist comes over and has sex with my wife behind my back. That's one scene. The other scene is that me and Erik are partners, and Shannon is a trans neighbor and comes over, and then mayhem ensues. Comes over.
Yes.
But those are 2 different scenes.
I think you can still have kids, Vecchione. There's a beautiful
not
thing.
If we're writing porns, guys. Not if we're writing and performing filth. I don't think we can have Christian kids. Okay. But